Welcome back to Landed Fishing. Today we're doing something a little different. We're down in Orange Beach, Alabama, and we are filming. So we're going to do a catalog photo shoot with SEAPRO Boats and Suzuki Marine. And then we're going to do some fishing. So I'm going to show you kind of a little behind the scenes of kind of what goes on in these shoots and how involved they are to get these perfect shots that these guys get. And then after we're done for the day, we're going to go ahead and go do some night fishing underneath the lights and see what we can catch. We should have some good fishing. The wind should lay down tonight. Should be good. Hoping to catch some fish after this. And hopefully enjoy seeing behind the scenes of how this all works.
Right there, straight forward. Here before we get to this flat.
I hope y'all enjoyed seeing a little behind the scenes of what goes on and what goes into one of these photo shoots. So now get ready to watch some fishing. It's time to go get catch a few fish. Well, you got to see that SEAPRO and Suzuki event, and we've enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun, but you can't not fish. You know, we got to throw the rods. So what we're doing tonight is I'm back here with my SEAPRO. I'm back over at my buddy Chase's house, and we are going to head out night fishing to fish the lights. Haven't done it in a while. Had a full day of filming and you know, photo shoots with these guys, which has been a blast and a lot of learning experience. And now we're going to go ahead and head out. So it's not dark yet, but the next time you see me, it'll be dark. So we're heading over to the boat, Orange Beach, Alabama, and gonna go fish some lights. The Academy. So me and Chase decided to leave the house. We grabbed rods, but we didn't grab any baits. So we're going to the boat and we don't have a bait with us. So we're gonna run up the Academy. I'll show you what we're gonna get before we head on the water, go try and catch some fish. All right, so I'm over here at Academy. We just got in here, and I'm gonna show you what the trick's gonna be tonight. The voodoo shrimp. So we're gonna go out there, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna rig it, and hopefully catch some fish underneath these lights. We're gonna grab these baits. It's getting dark outside, so the timing's just about right, and go see what we can catch. When selecting baits to use when night fishing, a lot of times live bait is going to be your best option. But when you don't have that option like we did this night, sometimes you want to go with the smallest lure you can find. So whether it's a 2.5-inch shrimp or a 2-inch shad lure, go smaller. Nighttime, night lures, fishing these lights, a lot of times you get a better reaction out of these fish when they're smaller lures.
Water coming in for a year. OMG, brother. Look at that.
Look at the bait and lights. There's nothing biting on them yet. Huh? Oh, there's a fish down low. Nothing big though. That's cool. That bait looks perfect on it. So he's building a nice place.
There's a few main factors that play into catching fish at night. One is going to be moon phase. A lot of times the fish tend to bite better when we set up our trips to fish at night around the full moon and new moon. Another thing that plays a big factor is water temperature. We try and do a lot of our night fishing in the summertime when the water temperature is hotter and the fish really don't want to feed as well during the day. They'll feed better at night when it cools off. And one of the other big players in it is the colors of the lights and the density of the light and you know, all those factors that play a role into those underwater lights. So a lot of times your more intense green lights will attract more bait fish, but some nights the white lights are better, some nights the green lights are better.
Yeah, redfish, huh? Oh, he smoked it. Huh? What is it? The voodoo?
Yeah.
A little voodoo, huh?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
Ooh, look at the blue on his tail.
Oh yeah, that boy's feeding in there. We can see it clearly.
Pretty.
Clearly.
Got him on the voodoo.
Chase, you gonna get one or what?
I'm gonna get his friend.
You gonna get his friend?
That's a better fish.
You tell by the way he hit it.
You want the net?
You flip him up. That's a good fish. That's a good fish there.
Yeah.
Where are they in Mississippi?
What?
Where are they in Mississippi?
What do you mean?
Size?
15.
I'm not sure.
They just changed it, I think. They in Louisiana too?
No. They were going to.
Nice fish. Wait, they didn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, mangrove.
I'll take it. That's a better mangrove.
Yeah.
You're getting the right direction with that. Chase.
I know, man. I'm telling you,
Chase.
it's that braid. I'm telling you, it's the braid.
It's the braid?
Yeah. 17 fluoro versus braid.
Let my voodoo
Do you
go.
think it's because the braid's floating?
I know you like it, but let it
No,
go.
I think that braid is cutting.
The braid floats, it don't sink.
Well,
Oh, shoot. I just threw him for a loop.
Smaller diameter.
Threw him for a loop. He goes, oh.
Smaller diameter.
Pretty little joker. Cool. I love it when they bite you. You ever been bit by one?
No.
No?
I don't want to get my
Oh, you'll find out. You'll never forget it. Never been bit by one?
I don't.
One thing to take into big consideration when fishing at night is safety. Make sure your red light, your green light, and your starboard white light are all working properly. Without lights, you run the risk of running into people and actually other people just not being able to see which way you're coming and different things like that. You really have to be safe at night.
I was counting on you, man.
Yeah. I'm about to get my right rolling.
One of the big factors that plays into our selection of time of fishing at night is the tide. We like to fish the rising tide at the end of it or the first of the falling tide, but we want to fish moving water.
Yeah, he spooked
When you
him.
get stagnant water at nighttime, we don't seem to catch many fish. And so for that reason, a lot of our time, whether we go out at 6, 7 at night or whether we go out at 9, 10 at night, is going to be based off the tide.
There he is.
Nothing else besides the tide.
Randall, he turned on it, didn't he, bub?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
He's right there in the lights,
There's
too.
a big one down there.
Let it fall. He's active enough where he'll go pick it up.
What, Randall?
He should go pick it up. He's active enough.
Mine? Down there, all up in this shit, I promise you. I'm ding-a-dangling.
I told you there was a fish there. He's still there. He's still there.
Oop. Oop. Line down.
It's a little small one, but I did get it.
Nice.
All right. He's on the board. Chase is finally on the board.
I'm on the board with the Alabama Blue. Or no, are we in Florida? Oh, no, we're still.
Yeah, we're in Florida now. So we got a photo. We're on the line. Whose limits do we follow? Alabama, Florida.
Wherever we launched, right?
We get another.
So Chase just got on the board with a redfish. Finally, he's on a board with us. And we're noticing that these fish, a lot of the smaller fish are up on the flats right now, and they're underneath the white lights. And a lot of the bigger fish we've been catching, better quality fish, have been deeper on the green lights. So we're gonna keep hitting through these. We're on a flat right now. Caught a couple redfish. Just gonna see what else we can find and kind of round back to where we saw a lot of the fish before, but they just weren't ready to eat. We're waiting on the tide, and we'll kind of see what happens here. Number 2, gone. But this flat's producing some fish. They're getting a couple redfish bites. You can actually see them laying up there. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so the tide slacked up. It never really came back on, so we went ahead and called it a night. But we caught a couple redfish, a couple good redfish, and I'm gonna show you what we caught them on. First, I was using 20-pound braid, and we ran a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, about 2 to 3 foot a leader. And then what we threw was a voodoo shrimp, which you saw us pick up earlier. Okay, these little small voodoo shrimp. But one thing I'm gonna tell you about these voodoo shrimp, or anything, any kind of lure, even when you're using like these little shad lures and stuff, the 3-inch shad lures, a lot of times when you're fishing these green lights at night, you want to go as small a bait as possible. We've seen a lot more success throwing little baits. It's a lot of time when fish are finicky too, you'll do the same thing, but it really played a big role in the light fishing that I've done at night. The smaller the bait, when they won't bite, you know, that's kind of the go-to. So I threw the little 2-inch, the little small 2-inch one, and we got some good bites, but like I said, the tide just stopped on us, and when it stopped, the fish went to stop feeding. Bait's kind of calm, and you know, it's not on nervous, not on edge, and you know, we kind of just decided to call it a night. It's getting late, so every fish we caught was in the light. Every fish we saw, we caught. You know, like we saw them, they were in there, we caught them. We had 1 or 2 early night that we kind of rolled up on too quick that we didn't catch, and we had 1 that we broke off on a piling. But all in all, a good night. Great thing to do in the summertime when it gets real hot. You get in July, August, and the temperatures get hot in the day. Nighttime fishing is where it's at. Full moon fish and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it all. We're growing fast. There's a lot of good things going, and hopefully you got to see a little bit of behind the scenes Suzuki and SEAPRO shoot.